Hi everyone, my name is Gabriela Cárcamo. I study in Master College. I am on 11th grade and my English teacher is Javiera Ardiles. And today I'm gonna talk about Among Us is a manga written and illustrated by Hideo Yamamoto. The story follows Tsutsumi Nakoshi, a delusional and aimless man who decides to participate in a strange scientific experiment in exchange for a large sum of money. This experiment involves having his screwdriver allow him to see the hidden image of people. And through this ability, Nakoshi begins to see the homunculus' grotesque and distorted representation of people repressed thoughts and traumas. As he interacts with this vision, Nakoshi discovers that he can unearth dark secrets and help people face their inner fears and traumas. Among Us is a manga masterpiece, a fascinating choice for those who love disturbing and psychological stories, and explore deep and complex topics such as the perception of reality, human psychology, and the nature of identity. This story plunges into the dark corners of the mind and challenges social and moral conventions, inviting readers to reflect on their own existence and the society in which they live. And that's it. I really hope someone will read this artwork, and I hope you enjoy it. See ya!
Hi, my name is Génesis Huilitreo. I am a student at the Liceo Bicentenario and my English teacher is Jorge Albarrán. In this video, I am going to talk about the second volume of Heartstopper, my favorite person. The author and illustrator of this book is Alice Oseman. The main character is Charlie, a boy who was bullied for being gay. Another main character is Nick, who is a member of the school rugby team. This book shows the direction that the relationship between Nick and Charlie takes after kissing. Those begin to arise, and the relationships goes through changes. We can see certain insecurities of the protagonist. On the one hand, Charlie is scared of the possibility of losing his friendship with Nick. On the other hand, Nick is in the discovery of his sexuality and a possible coming out of the closet. I really like this book, because personally I came to identify a lot with Nick. I had similar insecurities to him, so I felt the story more personal. I also think that the second volume is where the direction that the relationship between the two characters began to take is developed in a sweet way, with an innocent and clumsy affection, showing in a beautiful way how loving relationships can be in adolescence. Personally, I would recommend this volume and the rest of the books because it is an easy-to-read format that does not take a lot of time. And as I mentioned before, it shows how pure and beautiful love can be in adolescence.
Hi everyone, my name is Ignacio Moraga. I am 17 years old and I am from the 12th grade of the Master College, Valdivia. My teacher, Gabriel, told me about this activity, so I will tell you about a book that I really like. The name of this book is The Subtle Art of Giving a Fuck, and its author's name is Mark Manson. The title may sound a bit aggressive, but this book talks about topics that have to do with self-reflection, such as understanding one's own values along with the importance of loving oneself and other values that make life look different. Has one of the chapters called Value of Suffering that is divided into multiple parts, but in general it speaks of the fact that there are not bad experience and good experience, only the value and learning that you have from this experience, because you can remember a very difficult moment in which you had many problems, but in the end they building who you are and end up being experience that you suffered at the time. But in the present you enjoy the benefits or values that the experience gave you. Well, that will be a bit of what the book is about. I hope you read it and it helps you see some things in a different way. That will be all of this recommendation.
Hello
Goodbye.
everyone, I'm Javiera Indo from Master's College Valdivia. I'm in 11th grade and my teacher is Mr. Gabriel. I want to recommend Jibaku Shonen Hanako-kun that apart from having a beautiful, very beautiful aesthetic and a beautiful drawing style, in my opinion, the plot is very entertaining and enveloping. The manga parts with Yashiro Nene, a student who seeks help from a ghost named Hanako-san, which is a boy, by the way. Science rumor has it that he is capable of granting wishes, although things don't go as expected. But this is how our protagonist goes on adventures with Hanako-kun, where small rumors and ghosts are discovered in the school, and that's it. The manga colors are very beautiful, very, very beautiful. And each character has their unique personality that makes me love them. And that's it. Bye.
Hey guys, my name is Javiera Ardiles Reyes and I study in the Bicentenary Musical School Juan Sebastián Bach. Now, let's talk about my favorite book, The Selection, written by Pía Cáceres. This book is part of a saga called The Selection, made up of 3 books. The first is The Selection, the second, The Elite, and the last, The One. The plot of these books revolves around the protagonist, America's singer, a girl from a low caste, brave, self-confident, intelligent, who stands out among the rest. But what is this book about? Its name says it's a selection that gives 35 girls the opportunity to change their life. They have the opportunity to escape the unfair caste system by going to live in the palace and compete for the heir of there to the throne of Ilya, the Prince Maxon. But America did not like the news of being selected, signed meaning leaving her secret love with husband, who is lower caste than America. I mean, imagine, she was no interest about winning the crown. I'm sorry, but Maxon is so cute, kind, friendly, tender. He has such a pure heart that you fall in love. Well, when they meet, America realized that the life she dreams of doesn't compare to her future. Oh yes, read it! It is a book that leaves you trapped. Many thanks to my English teacher Daniel Mendez, who invited us to accept this
Hi
challenge.
everyone, my name is Javiera Jaramillo. I study in Master's College and I'm in 11th grade and my English teacher is Gabriela. Today I'm going to talk about Bloom, a graphic novel created by Kevin Panetta and Savannah Ganucho. This graphic novel tells the story of 2 boys who fell in love with each other by chance, or maybe it was destiny, but who knows. I think this graphic novel works better for those people like me, who like to read something short with images. If you read this novel, I'm sure that you'll never get bored, because throughout the story, there are ups and downs of emotions, by the 2 of them trying to discover their feelings for each other. It has very funny parts and others quite sad, but the ending is happy, and I really like happy endings. And that's one of the reasons why I like this book so much. So that was a very short summary of the story of Ari and Hector that the book Bloom tells. Finally, I think you should read this book because it's a good way to entertain yourself for a while, and that's all I need to say. I hope you have been interested, and thanks for your
What
attention.
would you do if you became
Bye.
stranded on an island? That's the situation our characters encounter themselves on the book Mysterious Island. Smith, Pencroff, Spirit, Harbert, and Nab are the main characters of our story, and they become stranded on an island after their hot air balloon failed and made them crash on a deserted island. Smith is a very smart engineer. He becomes the leader of our group and makes the decisions towards bettering the life of our protagonists. They slowly become better at surviving, manage to tame the island, and survive several years. This book has mystery, adventure, and action. It's very fun and a light reading. It's the third and final book of the Captain Nemo series. To find out exactly what happens, you have to read it for yourself. Goodbye and thank you for watching.
Hi, my name is Lukas Cárdenas. I study at Garden College School in La Union. My English teacher is Lorena Barria. The book I am going to recommend is Bajo la misma estrella, written by John Green. It is a good book for me since it deals with topics such as death, love, friendship, respect, tolerance, and the importance of enjoying life. Teaches to overcome the past of life and to live and enjoy your future, not getting bitter about the things that have happened in your life and just enjoy what is left to life. It is a story that is equally about love, about the people that you will meet in your life and that you will love very much, and want them to be with you the rest of your life and others. Not all of them people are equal. This book has taught me to think positive and never negative, and how important it is to enjoy the people you love the most before it.
Guys, my name is Lucas Vidal from the Master College Valdivia. My teacher Gabriel told me about this activity. So, today I come to tell you about my favorite books. The Green Mile. The story is narrated by Paul, a former security guard in the chain of Black Mountain prison block, the Dead Rock block. To sentenced to the death await a moment to be led to the electric chair. One day, John Coffey arrives, an innocent prisoner who is the accuser of murder, but who hides a great secret that will change the life of everyone he meets. If you want to know what's happened, I recommend that you read it. It is a comedy story that makes you reflect on the death penalty and life.
Everyone, I'm gonna talk about the book I read. It's called My Father. It's like a comic, but fun. It's the name, or My Father is the name of a comic, like I said before, from Argentina. Created by him. It's protagonized with a little child called Father, living his adventures by a comic. It's created on June of a long year. I don't know how to pronounce it. The book itself is very funny to read. I like it in the part when I was searching the part when I like this part. It doesn't seem to be seen, I think, because it's reversed, but she is preoccupied by his mother. Why she tells her what to do. Well, what I say, I like really comics. So My Father is the best I can find, because with the times I be bored, I read My Father. Because
Hello.
I have
My name is Luz, and I'm in 11th grade at Master College Valdivia. My English teacher name is Gabriela Cárcamo. I want to recommend the book The Psychopath's Club because it's a complex novel with unexpected twists and detailed characters. Each character has their own story and motivations, and their interactions and conflicts build tension. The pace is good with a balance between dialogue and description, making it an engaging read. The plot is not just about the character's psychology, but also a mystery with unpredictable twists. It's a masterpiece of suspense and psychology that explores the human mind in extreme situations. In conclusion, the casting batch did an excellent
Hello everyone, my name is Martina Burgos. I study in Master's College School and my teacher is Gabriela Cárcamo, and also I am the 11th grade, and today I'm going to present to you my favorite book, and the name of this book is Oyasumi Pum Pum. Oyasumi Pum Pum is a manga who is created, written and illustrated by Inu Asano, and is a manga that follows the life of a young boy named Pum Pum as he navigates throughout the difficulties of growing up and dealing with the challenges of adolescence. The story is set in Tokyo and takes place over the course of several years, as Pum Pum tries to find his place in the world and figure out who he is. Throughout the series, Pum Pum must comfort a variety of issues, including the family troubles, romantic relationships, and struggles of coming of age. The story is told throughout Pum Pum's eyes, with the characters being depicted as a small bit like a figure, which adds a surreal and dreamlike quality of the narrative. I really like these books a lot since it represents quite controversial topics in a very direct way, and with the help of the illustrations it gives a quick step throughout the story. I also like the development of Pum Pum, knowing everything he has had to go throughout, being quite human in that development. And in this way, my presentation concludes. I hope you like it and that in a moment you can read this interesting book.
My name is Millaray Zambrano. I'm from Master College Valdivia. I'm 17 years old and my teacher is Gabriela Cárcamo. And today I'm going to tell you about a little book that's called Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. To introduce you to Jane Austen, she is in her 20s, before her 20s, she started to elaborate Pride and Prejudice. Then it followed Matthew Spark, Emma Persuasion, the Watsons, and many other, and some others that she rewrote. She's the first great woman in literature. In the beginning, she wasn't unanimous and kind of accepted for being a woman, obviously, and that. But she reached her fame in these kind of years. The position that she holds in literature, she holds it now, not then. Then she was just a woman in a man's world. But anyway, my vision of this book is I love the trauma of enemies to lovers. I find it really amazing. I have a lot of books that come from that. But the history beyond this makes me mad because it's based on 19th century in the country zones of England, and it makes me mad of how the story goes beyond the main characters that are Elizabeth and Benedict. I get mad. It's like watching Twilight. Makes me mad. When I was little, I loved it, but now I don't. But with this book, it's different. I love the trauma. It makes me mad, it makes me sad, it makes me happy. It gives me a lot of emotions, and I think that's what a book should give you. And also gives me a lot to think about. And that's why I wanted to recommend it to all of you. It's an amazing book. It's amazingly well written, and when I want to buy it, but in English letters, because I have it in Spanish and I wanted to write and I want to read it in English, and for a little other perspective. But that's it. That's all. I hope you like my review. Thank you so much for listening to me. Goodbye.
Nicolás Olivera, I choose this book, Papelucho Casi Huérfano. Why I read it? Because as a child I like the books of Marcela Paz and the whole saga of Papelucho. Why I like it? Because the story teaches you to value your loved ones, your parents, and I recommend reading because it makes us know about books.
Hi, my name is Paloma Pulgar Rivera. I am 14 years old. I am in 9th grade. My English teacher is Mr. Gabriel Sea. My school is Master College Valdivia. And today I will talk about my favorite book, Alice in Wonderland. I meet this book because there is a movie based on it called Alice in Wonderland, written by Lewis Carroll, who was born 1832, died 1898. The main plot of the book is about how a girl named Alice falls down a hole, finding herself in peculiar and strange world, populated by humans and anthropomorphic creatures. The book plays with logic, giving the novel great popularity with both children and humans. I particularly like this book because it takes a lot of imagination to interpret the reading. So, I recommend this book for you to read. And for a better experience after reading, watch the movie that you can find on Disney+. I hope you like it. Bye!
Good morning, everyone. My name is Pía Cáceres. I'm in the 10th grade at Master College Valdivia. And now I'm going to present my recommendation for a book called The Language of the Body, or in Spanish, El lenguaje del cuerpo. Written by Julius Fast. Basically, the book talks about body language, which analyzes the behavior of the human body. It has 175 pages in total. I really liked the book for its way of describing age observation. Also, for the reflective question we leave you thinking. Well, I say goodbye. Thanks you very much.
for watching
Hi,
and listening.
I'm Raphaela Soto. 3 years of the high school. My English teacher is Mr. Mendes. I am a student of the Juan Sebastian Bach Music School. And my book is South the Alameda by Lola Lara. South the Alameda is a book that is narrated by students and a strange lady who live near school. Both experienced what the People Revolution of the year 2006 was like in their own flesh. Nicolás, the protagonist of this novel, inside his private school in full strike, and the lady in red, from the window from his house. In the course of this youth novel, written by Lola Lara and illustrated by Vicente Reynamontes, we can see how this private school in Santiago, located south of Alameda, in attempt to show support for the entitled school movement that sought a better quality of education that was not only present at the city level, but also at the country level. Nicolás, a teenager, was only interested in soccer, faces a reality difference from his daily life. Far outside his comfort zone and soccer fields, he tries to understand the situation he had to face, and at the same time tried to figure out himself. We meet several of the most curious characters that help Nicolás grow up, and also leave one morals of you as a reader. If you want a light reading that includes adrenaline, romance, student strike, and some crazy lady with many dogs. This might be the book you were looking for your next reading. Thanks.
Hi, welcome to my video. My name is Zack Vera and I study in Seminario San Fidel and my English teacher is Natalia Pinoero. Today I bring a review of one of the most beautiful and moving books I have read in recent times, Call Me By Your Name by Andrea Simon. In this book, Simon immerses us in a passionate and forbidden love story that takes place in 1980s Italy. The protagonist, Elio, is a 70-year-old boy who lives with his family in a villa in the countryside. During the summer, Professor Oliver arrives to work alongside Elio's father. And from the moment they met, a special attraction and connection begins to emerge between them. What really fascinated me about this book was the way Simon described the emotion and the thought of the characters. The exploration of sexuality and the awakening of desire are present in such a raw and honest way that it's impossible not to be moved. Simon's words are poetic, melancholic, and full of an intensity that grabs you from the first page. As the story progresses, it envelops you in a roller coaster of emotions, from the joy and euphoria to the quietest love to the sadness and longing of lost loves. In short, Call Me By Your Name is a beautiful and moving novel that will make you laugh, cry, and reflect of love, desire, and loss. It is a book that will stay with you long after you finish it. I hope you like this review and that you're encouraged to read Call Me By Your Name by Andrea Simon. Bye bye.
I got mad? Well, yeah, I'm afraid so. Alice and I cannot be the only people in this world that have asked themselves the same question. If you ever wonder the same, just remember that all the best people are completely bonkers. So today, I will be talking about Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, written by Lewis Carroll. This is actually a really popular story because of its vivid and creative images. But just to refresh your mind, the story follows Alice, a sweet little girl around 7 or 8 years old who falls into a rabbit hole and finds herself in a strange but pretty magical world. Throughout her crazy adventures, Alice meets all kinds of bizarre but pretty memorable characters, like the White Rabbit, the Mad Hatter, the Cheshire Cat, the Queen of Hearts, the Caterpillar, and so many more remarkable characters. As time passes, Alice finds herself involved in challenges regarding her perception of reality and her sense of self, as she tries her best to make sense of the absurd and nonsensical events that are happening around her. The tale reminds you that sometimes the most magical experiences come from the most unexpected places. It also encourages you to do things we are not used to doing, and society is against it in a way. Think about this. Alice followed a white rabbit that's jumping and screaming about being late and holding a clock. Why would anyone do it? Do you find it brave or insane? After that, Alice goes through all kinds of crazy, unthinkable things, but she makes them seem normal and praises you and leads you to be you and think out of the box. I hope you feel encouraged to read the book with my video and enjoy this classic masterpiece. I am Sofía Contreras, my teacher is Yesenia Ragada, and we are sending this from Sandrock Adult School. Thank you for watching.
Hi, my name is Valentina Esparza. I am from San Jose de la Mariquina. I study in the full school and my English teacher is Francisco Levica. I will talk about El Jardín de los Inocentes by Carlos Pinto. It's a crime novel about Facundo Pineda, a detective who pursues a medical student. He performs clandestine procedures and he is involved in the murder of a girl in one of these interventions. The student is charged with robbery for stealing medical equipment from his university. He takes advantage of the situation to spend a short time in prison to avoid suspicion of the other crimes he's committed. I recommend this book because the story it tells is gripping. It captivates you from the first chapter. I would recommend this book to mystery and suspense lovers because it's based on a real story and it's a very intriguing case. I really hope you like it. Bye!
Hi, my name is Valentina Martínez from the school Juan Sebastián Bach. The English teacher is Mr. Mendez, and the name of the book that I will recommend is El Principito. The author is Antoine de Saint-Exupéry. Born in France and found his death in the year 1944, falling into the Mediterranean Sea. He was an aviation pilot, and his full name is Antoine-Marie Jean Baptiste Royer de Saint-Exupéry. The book is dedicated to an older person, her best friend, who even understands stories for children. He is having a hard time and needs support. So the dedication to the book changed to Leon worked as a kid. This book tells the story of a boy who chases in the desert and is saved by a little alien named El Principito. After conversation, El Principito teaches the pilot the importance of the simple and truly important things in life, such as friendship and love. He also talks about his own experience on his home planet and the loneliness.
Hello, my
he
name is
feels
Valery
there.
Bórquez. I'm from Master College Bolivia. I'm also from the 10th grade, and my teacher is Mr. Gabriel Cárcamo. And I'm here to recommend a book that is known here in Chile. Well, I'm here to recommend the book Frog and Toad Together. The author and illustrator is Arnold Lovell, that is from the United States. And I recommend all the books from the series, but the one I have in my hands has the together in the name. So I'm gonna talk about this one. Okay, now why I recommend this book? Well, I recommend it because I think it's still good. I haven't read it in like some years, and I still think it's a great book. And to be honest, this book is enjoyable no matter the age you have. Normally, this book is recommended to children for them to read, but from my experience, I think everyone can enjoy this book. And I also recommend this series of books because of the drawings that it has in it. For me, I don't care that the drawings are a little bit opaque, how you can see here. I also don't think that the color palette is so effective for children, because how did I say, it's a little bit opaque. But the drawings are really effective in some other way. It's great explaining the actions of the frog and toad are doing while you are reading. Here are some drawings that I like from the book Frog and Toad. And that's it. I will hope that you like my recommendation. Bye!
Hello, my name is Yahel González. I am 16 years old. I'm from Marikina. I am a student in Buffalo School, and my English teacher is Francisco Levican. Today I will talk about the autobiographical book Elegí Vivir, published in 2004. In my opinion, it's the best book in the world. It's about Daniela Garcia, a woman who lost her arms and legs in a train accident in 2001. She told about her recovery after the accident. Her recovery was long and the most difficult stage of her life. In this story, love takes an important role. Because of love, Daniela overcame every obstacle. She came to love herself and she fulfilled her dreams. I recommend this book because it's beautiful to read. It makes us reflect about our daily problems, and it helps us to treat people with disabilities better. I hope you like this book. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
I am Yanira Arratia from 2nd to 8th of Liceo Bicentenario Camilo Enriquez González from Blanco, Región de los Ríos. My English teacher is Francisco Quintana. The Lovely Bones is a novel written by the author Alice Sebold, published in 2002. In it, she tells us the story of Susie Selmon, a 14-year-old girl who decides to take a shortcut through a wet field after leaving school to get to her house. But she would not consider meeting a neighbor who invites her to see an underground contraction with the excuse that this was a clubhouse for the neighborhood children. But this neighbor, who feels friendly, was hiding his true intentions, tricking Susie and abusing and murdering her without anyone being able to hear. As the story progresses, we can learn about the different perspectives that were generated by the event through the scene of Susie in her heaven and how her family and friends try to get over his death, and how her removes killer looking for a new victim. The Lovely Bones is a moving story of how one person's decisions can affect the life of many others. In it, Susie's murder is a living reflection of what is experienced today as a society with the abuse and murder of young people who only in some cases find the culprit. This is a novel that should not be put aside of its great message and to teach that not everything that appears in the true nature of a human being, since there is a fine line between us and the monster. I wish you all a long and happy life.